Hello and welcome back to another video on Wrestling and to another edition of NXT 2.0 out of 10. And of course it's a big show today because we got all of the fallout from the Great American Bash last week, which was a big show. We saw the new NXT Women's Tag Team Champions JD McDonough returned or debut, whatever he said, attacking Braun Breaker. So yeah, we're going to get all the fallout on that. But it kicked off with Roxanne Perez right after she was attacked in the parking lot. Cora Jade with some officials came out to check her out ahead of her title match later. When the first match was Apollo Crews versus Giovanni Vinci. Vinci got some big moves in early on and took Apollo down with tackles, chops and clothesline. The two traded chops before Crews took Vinci down with a drop kick. Vinci then sent Apollo outside and dropped him on the barricades before tossing him back into the ring. Back on NXT after a break, Vinci tried to springboard move, but Crews swatted him out of the air with a massive drop kick. Vinci then reversed a big backdrop, but missed the vertical suplex. Crews then tried for a top rope dive, but Vinci caught him in the vertical suplex. Crews then tried for a top rope dive, but Vinci caught him and hit a vertical suplex. The former recovered and got pop-up powerbomb before Vinci rolled out of the ring. Queen came out of the crowd and attacked Crews at ringside before Vinci got the powerbomb for the win. And yeah, this gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Really, really good stuff. First of all, I didn't really see Vinci getting a win. I thought Crews might get it, but with the interference, no problems with that. Vinci can get the win. That's a big dub for him, and Crews can go on for another few. So yeah, good stuff. 7 out of 10. Cora Jade was stressed out about the attack on Perez and blamed Toxic Attraction before Cameron Grimes got next was upset about his title match last week. JD McDonough came out and to mock him and got called an Irish arsehole by Grimes. McDonough hit him with a headbutt and tried to take him out, but Grimes reversed it and went for the cave in. However, JD fled the ring before Grimes could get the move. And yeah, this was kind of weird. I was expecting to go straight into food with Braun Breaker, but apparently he doesn't like Cameron Grimes as well. So yeah, interesting to see where it goes, but certainly not the direction which I saw them taking here. But anyway, Dynamite was backstage when Roderick Strong had a disagreement with David Kemp over long after their loss last week. Strong challenged Kemp to a match next week. Wouldn't be an episode of NXT without Dynamite having a fight. But Grayson Waller was backstage and said that he would destroy Wesley for interfering in his match against Carmelo Hayes. Then we got Tatum Paxley versus Caden Carter. Carter slapped Hayter right off the bat and got the early advantage with a stomp before sending her outside. Irene Ireland came out to support Paxley, who went back in the ring and landed a drop kick and a net breaker. Payson then hit a big sent on and headbutt in the corner, but Carter locked in a submission move. Paxley was caught on the ropes and managed to reverse the move into roll out for the W. And yeah, I mean, like, this match kind of just fell there, to be honest. There wasn't much to it. Yeah, just kind of a mid-TV match, to be honest, so I'm going to have to give it a 5 out of 10. We then learn from Joe Gacy that Dive will reveal their faces next week. Looking forward to that. But then Pretty Deadly walks in the bar dressed as cowboys. The segment ended with the former tag team champions and Briggs and Jensen booked in a match for next week. Before we got Sanger versus Duke Hudson. Duke unloaded on Sanger as soon as the match started and took him into the corner, but Sanger fought out of it and tossed Duke around the ring and tossed him outside. Hudson then got some cheap shots on the apron before trying for a hold in the ring. Sanger recovered and hit with some massive slams before getting a huge splash in the corner. Hudson took a big elbow drop before Sanger hit his trademark chokeslam and picked up the W. And Jack, it's a 6 out of 10 from me. I mean, like, Sanger finally getting a push after just continually losing. No worries with that at all. Really looking forward to seeing where they go with him. Duke Hudson lost for him, but I think he can recover from it, so no issues with this. 6 out of 10. Toxic Attraction were then backstage and said they didn't have anything to do with the attack on Perez earlier before we got Von Wagner versus Solo Sikoa. Solo attacked Wagner during his entrance and the match kicked off after they made their way to the ring. Wagner and Solo traded tackles and headbutts before Wagner got a big boot for a near fall. Back off the break on NXT, Solo got some own drop and hip attack before Wagner rolled out of the ring. The two headed outside and continued to brawl before being counted out. And yeah, to be honest, I kind of knew it was heading this way because I didn't think they wanted to give any of those a loss. So it gets a 6 out of 10 just because it's expected. But yeah, to be honest, I would have really liked to finish here, to be honest. But the match up to that point wasn't too bad. We then got a short segment of Andre Chase's two students enjoying a trip to the UK before he headed to the next match on NXT, which was Lash Legend versus Indy Hartwell. Legend got the early advantage by tossing Hartwell into turnbuckles. Indy came back with some kicks and a shoulder before getting a near fall off the side slam. Legend was unloading on Hartwell in the corner before he heard Alba Fire's entrance music and she showed up on the balcony. Hartwell used the distraction and rolled Legend up for the W. Fire attacked Legend with a baseball bat after the match, but Lash barely managed to escape with her head in one pace. Yeah, it gets a 5 out of 10 from me. To be honest, it kind of just felt like another meaningless match on women's division. We already had one earlier in the show. I mean, like, yeah, it's just not a lot to report really. 5 out of 10. But anyway, Solo, Sikoa and Wagner were still brawling backstage since their match ended. They headed to the parking lot before Robert Stone got involved and was tossed into the dumpster. And then we got Stax and Tony D'Angelo versus Inophy and Blade. Inophy took control of the match early on with a drop kick before tagging Blade in for some double team moves. Angelo then tagged in and took Blade out before Stacks got a near fall on Inophy. Outside the ring, D'Angelo tossed Inophy into the ring steps while Stacks got another fall in the ring with a roll up. Blade was then sent into the corner before Tony came in and got a spinning neck breaker for the W. And yeah, 6 out of 10. It's a bit weird just having Stacks there, but on the whole it wasn't a bad match at all, and probably the right result when you got the whole storyline with Escobar going on, so no worries about that. And after the match, D'Angelo ordered Wild and Del Toro to attack Blade, but they hesitated, in the end obeying the Don. So yeah, just kind of progressing that storyline a wee bit more, I suppose. Nikita Lyons was backstage and said that she did not attack Perez but would gladly take her place in the main event if required. We then got a short teaser from a masked superstar called Axiom, who will debut next week. Interesting. Then it was time for Mandy Rose versus Roxanne Perez for the title. Rose was out next for the main event, but there was no challenger. Rose got on the mic to gloat before Corey Jade made her entrance. Jade said that she would step up to take Perez's place, but Roxanne came out and started the match despite being taped up. Perez unloaded on Mandy off the bat, and Mandy took control of a big strike. Perez was caught off the dive, and Rose hit a big slam before sending the challenger outside and into the apron. After a break on the show, Perez got a near fall off a leg sweep before Mandy blocked the pot rocks. Perez then hit a big dive through the ropes and into the announcer's desk before hitting the pot rocks outside. Perez was able to send Mandy back into the ring, but JC Jane distracted the referee and Jade attacked Perez with the women's tag team title. Perez then got back in the ring and Mandy hit a knee strike on her for the W. And yeah, Cora Jade is now a heel, and after the match she yelled at Perez while beating her down with a skateboard as the show went off the air. Yeah, I mean, it's been rumoured for, but for me personally, I'm just not sure if it's the right move. I thought building Corey Jade up as a big babyface would be the ideal route, and having her be the next champion, finding the one to dethrone Mandy Rose. But yeah, I'm not sure if it's the best booking decision. I mean, I'll give it time, but yeah, personally, I have my doubts. But on the whole, the match was really good. The storyline dynamic as well, with Perez coming attack, makes her look like a mega babyface, and yeah, but also means she isn't harmed by defeat. So yeah, on the whole, I'm kind of torn between 6 and 7, but I'll go for a 6 just because I'm not completely sold on the booking decision. Overall, NXT from me gets a 6 out of 10. I mean, yeah, I don't think it's a bad show this week. There's some very interesting stuff on there. Just a few booking decisions that surprised me. Corey Jade turning heel. Personally, I wouldn't have done it, even though it's been rumoured. JD McDonough has now feuding with Cameron Grimes. Very weird. But yeah, I mean, on the whole, it wasn't a terrible show. There's some decent in-ring action. So yeah, I'll go middle of the road and give it a 6 out of 10. But anyway, guys, that's the video. Thanks very much for watching. So like, share, subscribe, post lots of comments, family, and follow us for daily wrestling news, and subscribe to my channel, and that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.